What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Quinn, and we're getting into live puzzle solving here on the Chess Improvement official chess channel. Just kidding, it's not the official Chess Improvement channel, it's one of the channels in that topic. But I hope you guys are able to get something out of this today as we solve a puzzle that's rated just above 2000 level on chess.com. So, if we look at the move that led up to the puzzle here, he has just captured a queen that we promoted. And his rook was also pinned to his king, so that move looked like maybe it was forced. And we have another set of connected passed pawns here that are barreling down the board that are creating a lot of danger for our opponent. We have a queen and a bishop, and we're down a rook, and our opponent also has a passed pawn that he could potentially promote in just a move on e8. His passed pawn is actually even closer to promotion, but we do have a bishop that's spying that square, so we can sacrifice our bishop potentially if necessary. And our queen is also guarding the square where our passed pawn could potentially promote on d1. So there's a lot going on here. And the two passed pawns that are closest to promotion are not in the same file. So that's something else to pay close attention to. The enemy king here is also in a lot of danger. He has minimal king security. I would give him like maybe a 3 out of 10. And then our king's security is also very poor. This bishop is also hanging and attacked by the pawn. So I would give our king's security probably an even lower score just because of the pieces that are gathered around it. I would say we have a 2 out of 10 king security. So material-wise, we're down a rook, but we have the promotion of pawns coming up. Piece activity-wise, I would say that both sides are about equal. We don't have a lot of pieces on the board, but all of them are in position to attack. There's not much of a space advantage necessarily. Our opponent has more pawns concentrated on the king side, and we have more going on the queen side, as well as being more centrally focused. So I wouldn't give anyone a space advantage here. So those are the main imbalances to look at in the position. Our bishops are also on opposite colors. So that's something to take note of, especially when it comes to being able to support the promotion and things like that. Okay, so let's start looking for candidate moves. One move that I think we have to look at is the pushing of this pawn. To get it one step to promotion, and it also attacks the rook on c1. Now you might say, well, that move looks like an immediate blunder as it allows our opponent to just swipe off that pawn with the queen. We could also say that it's forcing it to do that because by pushing the pawn, we are taking away an important contender of the e8 promotion square, and we are stopping his promotion in the very next turn. So this move is very double-edged. It has pros and cons to it. But I think it definitely should be one of our candidate moves. And also c4 should be another candidate move, as that conserves this pawn from its attack of the rook on c1. And it also protects the d3 pawn once again, and creates a connected chain of passed pawns. The issue with that move is that he can just promote right away. Then we can maybe sacrifice our bishop. He takes back with the queen. And then we can maybe roll this pawn down the board and try to aim it for a promotion. Another candidate move we could consider is queen to a2. Queen to b2 is not possible because the bishop is guarding that square. And the whole idea there is that we are spying this checkmating square on g2 to potentially end the enemy king. Now that move looks interesting. So one thing to note is that our opponent doesn't really have any checks in this position without like just giving up material. So if we were to threaten a checkmate like that, he doesn't have a Zwischenzug to get in. He would have to legitimately stop that move. And I don't see a way that he can actually stop it. He could play king to f1 to run away from that square. The issue with that is we could just play queen to g2 check, and then he would go king to e1, and then queen to e2 would be checkmate. So king f1 doesn't actually stop the checkmate. Man, this is just absolutely brutal if this were the case. With all this chaos going on with the passed pawns, if queen a2 actually was a winning move. Let's continue calculating this just to confirm that there's nothing that he can do to stop this move. I was thinking of the song, "Can't Nobody Stop Me, I'm All the Way Up." That's why I had the vocal flub there. I do go out clubbing pretty often, so I tend to have like rap songs stuck in my head, a little bit of EDM as well, depending on where I'm at on any given night. But anyways, back to the chess. So queen a2. Yeah, what can he do? This is he's in quite a conundrum here. I feel like there has to be something that's like really tricky that he could do. There's nothing his queen can do. Let's go piece by piece. The bishop is completely useless because g2 is a light square. The king can't move to the second rank, and on the first rank, it can't go to h1. So f1 is the only move. We already analyzed that position. And the rook can go to c2. It would just get eaten up, even by our queen. We could just take queen takes c2. And the rook can't protect g2 either. So this move looks pretty good. I'm almost ready to commit to it. In fact, let's get right into making the move here. Queen a2, and that was correct. Now his bishop goes back to b2 to protect it. We have to analyze if this is a genuine attempt to stop the checkmate or if it's just a delaying move. So queen takes b2. Does that open his ability to stop this checkmate with another piece? It clears the f file. That doesn't really do anything for him. I'm not seeing how this helps him. So we just take the bishop, and he sacrifices his king, promotes another queen. Just take that, and wow, that's the end of the puzzle. So the whole idea here was that you had to, in some ways, ignore everything that was going on with the promotion threats and instead lock in a checkmate by putting the queen on a2. So not the easiest puzzle, but once you see it, I think it's pretty obvious. Let's take a look at the analysis. I just want to see where he went wrong here. So in this initial position, how could he have equalized? So instead of taking the rook, this is what the computer is recommending. Instead of taking the rook, it says to promote the queen. And if we just take here, he takes back with his queen, and then he's up a whole queen instead of just a rook. So by promoting the queen, he's actually defending his rook down the e file. The computer recommends here that we take the queen with our bishop, and then he takes our queen with his rook. And now if we go queen a2, then he has queen takes d3 with a check because our bishop is no longer defending that pawn. And after a move like bishop g6, he can come back and defend that g2 square with his queen. So that was the full explanation of the puzzle. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to reach out to me on Gmail if you want to get a free mini chess book for beginner tips on how to get started with playing chess. I really recommend checking it out. And I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you're at. And look forward to the next video where I will continue explaining chess puzzles. And hopefully we can also meet up at some point for a one-on-one coaching lesson. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.